My name is Teddi Bishop, and this is the Analytical Balance Digital Badge. Here I have my Analytical Balance that I have powered on, and it is reading all zeros, so it is ready to go. And I am just going to slide open one of the side doors and place in my 100 milliliter beaker. This beaker just has some water with food coloring in it that I will be using to pour my salt into as I measure out my salt. And here I am just tairing the balance, so this is just going to zero out the balance with the beaker on it so that I can more accurately measure the mass of the salt. Now to pour my salt into the beaker, I am going to be opening both side sliding doors of the balance, and as you can see I do this very slowly and carefully so as not to damage the balance or the sliding glass doors at all. And here I have my little container of salt and my spatula that I will be using to pour the salt in small increments at a time. And I am going in with one hand through each side so that I don't spill any salt, and it is much easier to transfer the salt into the beaker with both of my hands readily available on either side. Now, because the doors of the balance are open, the mass reading is fluctuating a little bit with just the air movement, but I am going in very, very small amounts of salt now to just incrementally increase the mass until I reach my goal measurement, which is 1.0000 grams of salt. And again, I probably will not be able to get this exact because of the fluctuations of the mass reading due to the doors being open, but once I reach a point where I think it is close enough, I will close the doors again to get my final reading from the balance. So now I am closing the doors of the balance, and after this adjusts, we can see that the final measurement is about 1.0011 grams. And I am just going to carefully remove this beaker, making sure not to spill any of the solution on any part of the balance. Now here I have a piece of weighing paper, and I'm going to be folding the weighing paper in half twice in just two different directions, folding the corners over. And I am doing this so that when I place the weighing paper in the balance with the doors open, it cannot catch any air draft that would cause it to spill or potentially be blown out of the balance. And so by creating this conical shape, it makes it a little bit easier for the paper to stay on the balance like that. So I have now taired out the mass of the weighing paper, but again we are seeing these little fluctuations because both doors of the balance are open. And I'm going in once again from both sides with the salt and the spatula in each hand, and I'm going to be again trying to measure 1.0000 grams of salt, but this time onto the weighing paper. So now that I believe my measurements are fairly close to 1.000 grams, I am closing these sliding doors to get my final measurement from the balance, which is turning out to be 1.0094 grams. Now, in order to transfer this salt into my 100 milliliter beaker, I am going to very slowly and carefully remove the weighing paper from the balance, making sure not to spill any of the salt that I had just measured out. And then to transfer this over, I am going to just fold the edges, the sides of the weighing paper up to create a sort of tunnel in the middle where the salt is that will easily be able to transfer all of the salt over without allowing any to spill out of the sides of the paper. And as you can see there, the weighing paper is clean, and I have successfully transferred all of the salt into that saltwater solution in the beaker there.